issues and also ask ourselves questions. I will see a busa your some near busa will say, ye nipa ye nyamwa. Sebio abaini wa ye niminyansa. Say ye ya debi, nasa adiana ye no, and dina kwanswa. Don't we have to speak to each other? Make sure, say, as citizens, we also sometimes have to protect ourselves, our property, and also nyoma bit to me abwaye. So these conversations are hard conversations to have, tough conversations, but men kwana bit me this ankomo we actually Ghana for mo abruchire dodo no and omo hwehwe if so omoje pade bibiri be say. That is also one thing we will talk about. Enti insomne de yabo ape so matena se mi begidwam amanfo mpem asem but emfa me ho because onyame e na ma me nkwa wo de uyo amoku akura ma me. There's nothing new unihwe e na wontumi enje me nkwa e otwedi apokwa me. The Almighty Allah, in his own wisdom, graciousness and favor, he has granted me today to come speak to Ghana and make sure, say, we as a nation, we think, we start to open our mind, ask ourselves questions, and also talk to people who are down tonight, because lots and lots of people have lost their properties. They've lost everything because of our carelessness. We can blame government, but majority of the blame should come to us, because we as a people, we don't learn, we don't listen, we are always trying to cover up for people, we are always trying to look good. And that is what is happening now. The things that we cover up, the people we protect who are not doing the right things, their actions is what is making us cry tonight. Tonight, thank you. We are going to do a lot of talking. Call a friend and let that friend to call a friend. The Kevin Tell Let It Go's team, we are live.
Cash checks, not friends. Cash flights, not feelings. Stack funds, not favors. Chase goals, not gossip. Count blessings, not losses. Make moves, not noise. Build wealth, not cloud. Stay real, not loud. Earn stripes, not sympathy. Keep focus, not pressure. Grow strong, not bitter. Stay calm, not triggered. Think profit, not pleasure. Choose peace, not drama. Run game, not errands. Stay sharp, not dull. Level up, not settle. Take risks, not shortcuts. Own lanes, not crowds. Break limits, not rules. See vision, not obstacles. Hold value, not baggage. Move fast, not careless. Stay ready, not lucky. Create waves, not ripples. Keep grinding, not sleeping. Write history, not captions. Live free, not stuck. What I one day call me M.O.B. They wanna laugh, but they got disappointed. There's no challenge.
All right, so this one came from M.O.B., a wonderful song, lyrics on point, and I believe these kind of songs are songs that sometimes they take us back, they remind us, they advise us, they guide us. So M.O.B., you can check him out. I don't even know him. I just heard the song and I felt it's a beautiful song, and I felt we had to share it together. When something is nice, we share it twice. So that was M.O.B. That's all that I know about the musician. I like his song. He's doing a great job. So, Mama Yamfa Jumadi no Enshisha. So, Ediana Ekoswamin TV. Let me say hello to Nipa Bakumi Nubi na Yehu Senye Nyoma Eko. Good evening to Money Ni Money. I just saw your name. You skipped. I saw your name. Good evening to Money Ni Money. Good evening to Jemima Thompson. Thank you very much for being here tonight, Jemima. Also, good evening to Fowl 129. Thank you for being here this evening. You are on the best show on the planet right now. Also, good evening to Benjamin Mwanwal watching me this evening. Good evening to Benjamin. Thank you for being here tonight. Also, I can see Obi to say Velma Mavel watching me this evening. On TikTok, I can see Ekuya. Good evening to Ekuya. Good evening to Tanko Yaro watching me tonight. Thank you, Yaro, for being here tonight. IDC is also live here. DJ Apuzo is watching me live on TikTok this evening. I can see Stranger watching me tonight on TikTok. Our TikTok, what TikTok? Kevin Taylor _ WADR. Kevin Taylor _WADR. We are also live on TV. Umar Farouk Nazir is watching me tonight on TikTok. Also Elijah is live on TikTok this evening. I can see Us Boys or US Boys. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Us Boys or US Boy. Are you watching me tonight? Obi say Papsi Delco is watching me this evening on TikTok, on Facebook and YouTube. No, Mihu Francis Ofori on Facebook tonight, live tonight on. Davin is watching me this evening. Kofi is live here. Also, Obi to say Kojo watching me. Rebecca live this evening. Mihu Obi so say Musa Alo watching me right now on Facebook. Mickey F is live on YouTube tonight. Also Elek Tete watching Kevin Taylor and Ghost Team. Thank you very much, family. Mambo Dimbia and your personal and your deliberate. So many people and our platform we so into minya time kakra na mabo amanfo dina almost at Yomudi. So it's not personal, it's nothing personal because there are so many people on this platform. Now, mumi anjum na yenko yenim na manfo mi hu de echo. Ede na echo amenti ya nipe bi ekekansem. Ede na wodwum. Erade. Ede na wo edwuma nipa kekan ede na ekoso a nipa bi ekeka amenti ye konkonsa bi ani wo de betu dwuma de na hyehyɛ so. Konkonsa bi ani wo girls ni okay, boys ni okay, embrewa ne nkokora mo asebio mo Ghana obiai okay. Konkonsa ni wo de ameto so. No konkonsa. Okay, no konkonsa on YouTube. Sefi United fans are here. Good evening to Sefi for mo Sefi nyanya minshamo. No konkonsa. Okay, ma menko adam ko say konkonsa o ha menya konkonsa bia then I continue. On TikTok no TikTok konkonsa by say Kuka is being detained. That is what I've heard. I don't know. I'm not sure. Me who say he's been granted bail, so but if he's been detained there, life is good. Life is good all the time. Also, okay, konkonsani, remember YouTube, any Facebook and share, say konkonsa or ha, konkonsa be any Facebook, money muni konkonsa, Aisha Bulai munyani konkonsa. No, let's concentrate. Into me who be all right, let's take care of business. So many people want to be like me, and it's always refreshing when I have about 8 minutes to start the show officially. So many people want to be like me, and then it's refreshing to know that there are so many people who are trying to do what I do, and I thank God for making me the standard, at least for people to listen. Not everybody speaks, and for me to have that privilege to be here every day on my platform, because this platform will be to me baby, and for people to use me as their standard, for people to be like me, that alone is enough for me as a young man who has a very beautiful wife and a beautiful family. Every time, it encourages me, it gives me more confidence to be on TV, because there are a lot of people who wake up every morning like, gee, Kevin Taylor, we minyana kametisono. Why are people not listening to me? Why I said, I can't be like him. I don't have the humor part. Because the humor part to me to me friend was, hey, me take KEVN who is so some no can no credit. So it's God. It's this thing you need to be gifted. It's nyankopon amfamawa. You can scream, you can back, you can try and force yourself on the people for them to listen to you, but the people will see through you that you are not organic, you are not natural, you are not genuine. And as you can see, there are people watching me about 6,000 miles away. They still feel my presence where they are because they understand the motive and the genuineness on this platform or that comes with me. Inti, I would like to say I really appreciate every single person who has been my follower for a long time and still watch me. There are so many people in Europe, in America, in Asia. People are going through a lot around the world. In Ghana, there are so many people going through problems tonight. But that person is saying, at this point, let me just watch KEVN and see. That's what gives me that confidence and belief. Baby, it might be difficult tonight. It might be very tough. There's somebody watching me tonight thinking, say, BBA say, or ye BBA, he or she is thinking of even committing suicide. Trust me, I've been there before. We have all been there before, and that situation is temporal. The fact to say we were school with TV for a long time, your man NCC so does not mean you are not somebody that can change the world. It takes just a spark. It takes just a statement. It takes just a step, a lot of focus. Sometimes we believe the kind of things we see, materialistic things we see, where we see people doing well. There are so many people you see doing well, but deep down you are doing better than them because you have that belief in yourself that definitely you're going to succeed. And that is the most important thing. Believe and trust in yourself, and then it will be properly. So it is not just if you want to do what I'm doing. Sometimes some people watch me, some young people watch me, and they think, "Oh, Kevin, it's easy. He comes, he speaks." No, just take a step back and go check how I started before I got here. Right now, I run a TV station that is my own TV station without any advertisement. I can put anybody I want to put on my TV without taking a dime. When I started my production, it wasn't like that. I never even thought I'll get to that point. I ran my own radio. I ran my own platform. If I want to make money with this platform, I can make millions than any person on social media today. I'll say they talk about politics or entertainment. I am versatile. I can do anything. But you see, it is everything you need to put work in it. Every single thing you do, you need to put work. And you see, if you fail to put work in it, it is not going to come easily. And if you think, say, things come easy, no. When I started With All Due Respect, picking the name was very tough. In fact, not tough. I was living in New York with my wife. That time, and we were sitting in our couch, futon couch. It wasn't even a couch. That was when we started our life from Queens, Astoria. And then we were thinking about the name of my show. This is way back. And then it just popped up. A Loud Silence Media. And my wife said, this is nice. I think it's basically two sides meeting, loud and silence. So I picked it. Right? When I picked it, in fact, when I started with my wife in New York, we used to live in a 1-bedroom apartment. And when I say a 1-bedroom apartment, so many people in New York, they know. So what happens is, I used to work at Delta. Then my wife also used to work with Time Magazine before she went to Washington Post and came to New York Times. And then, so what happens? The same living room, I have to put, one of these days I'll share pictures with you people. I have to set up my camera, my green screen, and do my show. And you see, my show started as a satire. And it started as politics with a little bit of comedy mixed with it, because I didn't know how Ghanaians were going to take a young man trying to speak on issues. You get it? So when I started, it was basically satire. I'm talking about politics, but I'm trying to make it funny. And as time went on, I studied the Ghanaian mood. I realized that we are very difficult people, and we are people who need constant attention. Let me put it that way. We needed constant remembrance. We needed to be pricked every time. So along the way, I realized that Ghanaians did not even understand satire. They didn't. Lots and lots of Ghanaians did not understand what making joke out of something. Ghanaians did not understand. So as time went on, Mr. P, Mr. S, team, are we good? I'm getting information. Our sound is low. Team, check for me. So, oh man, I have 1 minute. So, when I started with satire, I was doing it, politics calmly, nicely. But I realized that communicating with Ghanaians needed more than just coming in and trying to add a little bit of humor and using the humor to speak politics. Let me say it that way. So I was trying to use humor to pass on my message, which was politics. It was tough because Ghanaians didn't understand. Ghanaians don't know what soft joke is, what hard joke is. Ghanaians are very complex people. When it comes to joke, people don't want you to joke about anything. People are looking at age. They are looking at people's pedigree. They are looking at status. So they don't really take jokes easily. So along the way, I revised it and I said, okay, I'm going to go a little bit more diplomatic, meaning I was going to go a little bit more of, a subtle, a little hard hitting to see how Ghanaians will react. So I started going with a white shirt. Then slowly, I realized that Ghanaians were listening to me, but most of them were lost because I came in speaking English, nice boy, froye, my name is shirt, my bobo, I have a pen. I speak grammar, great. I go away. I realized that the attention was there. People were watching me. But at a point, I realized that people were not really getting the message. That was one, because where I wanted the message to get to was so deep, was so far. I could not reach the real people. When I say the real people, I'm talking about Ghana for Omankasa person mutia asemno edisesa mabrabo. There are so many fake people in Ghana, and most of the fake people speak English. So at a point, I was like, no. Now, I'm doing mid-tempo hits. That means I was being hard, but not being really hard. So I got a lot of people. That was the time Kojo Ponkroma set up some small bloggers to come after me. I got a lot of them attacking me because that was the first time I spoke on NPP being a tribalistic party. So they got the Insight newspaper to write a whole article putting my face on the newspaper to say Kevin Taylor throws tribal bombs into Ghana. Do you remember? I wish I could find. Besides, I know that paper is there. Ken Crunchy. So Ken Crunchy came and wrote a whole article, put me on the front page. NPP Ken Crunchy, that Kevin Taylor, a small boy in America, is throwing tribal bombs into Ghana and that is going to cause chaos and all that. That was the time Ghanaian young people got to know that no. The word is supposed to be spoken raw for us to understand what is really going on. Because almost Soranopa, most of Ghana for almost Soranopa, all that they were hearing was Kukuruku, all that they were hearing was news file, all that was here. So they did not really understand what was going on. Because some people come on TV, radio, they have their own language they speak, they come with their friends, and then they speak it and they walk. You see, so the message was on top of the whole system, but the message never sank. And those who were able to sing the message were using tribal tones to sing the message. So some local radio station, Akan radio station, took advantage of the language and they were also backing their message with tribe. So those who don't understand the English language, they left the English language to go. And those who were basically the locals that we were supposed to communicate with them for the message to go down, then almost none of the message in equal form. So those guys too were adding a lot of tribal sentiments to the message. So I weighed the system. And I said, no, there needs to be a level ground, a middle ground that will cut across. I'm showing you, and I'm doing this to the young, to let the young people understand. I've been doing this over, Loud Silence Media was registered in 2012. Do the maths. When I registered my company in Ghana, it was registered 2012. That was when Loud Silence Media was registered. And I know most of you guys on TikTok and Facebook, 2012, my dear friend, registration of a company. And all along, my wife was behind me. So, the same time I was doing documentaries. I did a few documentaries. I'm the first person to do gay documentaries in Ghana, documentaries on gays. In 2013-14, my first documentary that I did and sold to the Times magazine, at that point, now there were about 60,000 gays in Ghana. That was 2013. There were about 60,000 gays. And those guys I did a documentary on, right now they live in America. They here because they seek asylum and they are in America now. Around 2013, there were about 60,000 gays. So more and more gay assembly, you don't even understand what's going on, how these things. So I realized that there was supposed to be a middle ground there, right? So I told myself one day, I'm going to penetrate. Because you see, when you come on TV, you wear nice shirts, you speak. I'm not a very good looking guy. And then I wouldn't say I'm so smart and I speak some very nice English. No. I try my best to speak English. Sometimes my kids are like that. It's not pronounced this way. It's not because me, I'm not an Englishman. I wasn't born white. Whatever English I'm speaking is what I learned in school. And there's one thing I have done all my life. I've tried not to force myself to speak like the white man. No. And that's one thing my wife likes about me. I try to keep my accent because that is the only thing I have. As an American, a Ghanaian living in America, my accent is the only thing I have. So I don't try to speak like a white man. I try to slang. I don't do that because saying your money takes my identity away. So no matter how long, sometimes my kids, they laugh at me about some things because I pronounce some words in a different way, and they like, Dad, it's not. I'm like, this is Ghana, and they say, Dad, this is not Ghana. I'm like, bogus, this is Ghana. So I have my own Ghana way, and I keep to it. I stick to it because I want to keep that. I don't want to force myself to sound like somebody or to behave like somebody. No. So when I decided to come in, there were so many attacks on me, and I'm talking about the bloggers and all those MPP people, because this is a young guy. This is a guy who's wearing some white shirt, and for your information, I'm not a kid. I need to let people know. The General Secretary of the MPP, I'm older than him. I'm older than Anabi. I'm older than Samuel Abujinapo. I'm older than all those Abronye. I'm older than Abronye. I'm not a kid. So sometimes you people, most of you should understand. Make sure me hustle to get to this point. So I decided to hit hard. I decided to go in. Now, how am I going to do it? I need to hold the bull by the horn. Adia Obian Tuminkana, I should be able to say it. I should be able to say it and explain it. Now, how do you do it? You have to come in with the facts. Because Ghana Ekrubia, when you even tell Obia when you say, what do you mean? It's an insult. When you tell Obia when you say, why are you acting this way? It's an insult. Okachi Obia when you say, the way you acted was very childish. It's an insult. So Ghana is a place or a country where every single statement you make against Obia Obiano, he will convert it and turn it into an insult. So it was a very slippery ground, very slippery, sloppy place for me to go in there. But I told myself that somebody's got to do it. I was say Obiye BB. Somebody has to break that jinx. Somebody has to go in pretending to be very crazy, pretending to be disrespectful, because that is the only way we can get the truth out of the people. Because for a long time, young people in Ghana, they have been suppressed with age. You are not even allowed to express yourself. Because now we're there. Oh, Eja, where dear, I say, Obetina station Hakan in your mano. Me will say, oh, say, hey, what depend me, Menkasa answer me. But the kid was trying to tell people, he said, maybe I'll be now Johnson, Yan Johnson, hey, but Bonnie, as I ran to with this saying, that's the thing. That is Ghana. And if you think you can't Obia Bibia Shediyim. So you cannot even look in the face of Obia Wamane Juma. Now, when to man Jumano. Now, was I say he's being silly, he's being stupid because we gave you money. We are paying you salaries. We are giving you the perks, accommodation, allowances. Say ye juma we. Now yeah, the man now ye juma na. Then you see us as stupid. So we need to react. So when it started, it was like having WADR. I'm a grown man. I'm a family man. You get what I mean? So that was the message. But I told myself, no, I was going to still do this. I was going to expose people hiding behind age to lie to Ghanaians. And that was the breaking point where people, basically, the NPP at a point, they wrote a letter to my wife's company, a whole political party. That was when Boabian Samoa was their general secretary. They said they were writing a letter to New York Times because my company, my wife is a shareholder. So that is how low the NPP came. A whole political party, letter. The letter ne New York Times. Why? Because I said that the NPP government is full of idiots. They were not ready to work. So they had a press conference. I didn't mind. I was still working because I knew my target. I knew what I was doing. I wanted to change the face of our politics, our discuss on radio and on TV. I wanted the ordinary Ghanaian, the young Ghanaian, to understand that they can speak their mind without anybody intimidating them. So I kept going. It wasn't easy. The first episode I made at MP before a press conference was titled "The 99 Fools." Yeah. So they wrote a letter. Somebody called New York Times there and there. Oh my Jimmy. So I don't even want to go in there. Then we kept going. Then I started getting a lot of attacks, and the whole thing is like, boy, no, did you attempt? Fine, that's fine. That is your opinion. Because to me, if somebody sees me and tells me, Kevin, you are being very silly, I don't see it as an insult because I've not done anything for it to deserve somebody who is silly. So I don't care. If you call me foolish, if you call me stupid, it will depend my action. And the bet says I am foolish or I am stupid. So when you call me a stupid guy, a foolish guy, if I don't see myself as stupid or my actions does not call me stupid, then when you tell me I'm stupid for 500 years, I wouldn't care because I'm not stupid. I wouldn't take it. Now, what went on was that the NPP now changed gears. And they started hiring these uneducated bloggers, Grassophobia, go and tackle him, go and tackle. So at a point, and that's why I keep telling the young people, you get to understand this job. In the past, I used to take on people. I used to react to people. And it was taking my attention from the job I had to do. My job was to educate the young Ghanaian, the old Ghanaian, for them to understand that they have the right to know what is going on. But you see, that time, not many experiences. So any fool, any idiot. I think we lost battery. I'll be right back. Guys, can you get me battery? Yeah. No, we need a new battery. Yeah, get it.
Cash checks, not friends. Cash flights, not feelings. Stack funds, not favors. Chase goals, not gossip. Count blessings, not losses. Make moves, not noise. Build wealth, not cloud. Stay real, not loud. Earn stripes, not sympathy. Keep focus, not pressure. Grow strong, not bitter. Stay calm, not triggered. Think profit, not pleasure. Choose peace, not drama. Run game, not errands. Stay sharp, not dull. Level up, not settle. Take risks, not shortcuts.
All right, so thank you very much. I think somebody will lose their job. Yeah, it's normal. Yeah, so it's kept on going. And then you realize the so-called political insect started targeting me because they realized I was taking that space now on. I was taking the space away from them. Because now there's this young guy called Kevin Taylor. He's criticizing everybody, and he's criticizing with facts. Every time he comes, he holds a document, then he exposes the document, he throws it out into the system. Now, school boys, school girls, tertiary institution, university boys, girls, everybody has access to documents. But in the past, na kukuba kunkwane kuta document, na isankuma nkwane speak to the document, political class nkwana ekasa with documents. So the issue is, why is Kevin giving us the document? It is not normal in Ghana. Why is Kevin giving out the document? That was their problem. So they all started using their small boys and girls on Facebook, on radio. The agenda was that now let him feel the space, the heat, by telling him so umwadie, because it's Ghana. They wanted to dip me in that thing whereby akwaran to me bonajene, to me chenajene. So the strategy was that monkas so umwadie, monkas we dip in monkas. So they started that. It will be a many channel. Obia Mabo Bracheno, because they may on tears and say, Kevin, small boy. I'm like, it's fine. You have your own mind. So they started setting people out to come after me. That was when the PDS scandal. And I would like to credit the Herald newspaper, Larry Dugbe. I collaborated with him so much because I wasn't in Ghana. And there were some few things that I needed clarification, follow some documents, share documents with him, you know. So with PDS scandal, no, and I think before that I had done a lot of scandals, you know. PDS scandal, no, I worked with a year Larry Dogbe on the Herald newspaper on PDS. In fact, I'll never take all the credit for PDS because he did a lot of job, a lot of work. We sometimes stay on phone to like 3-4 a.m. Ghana time. From there, I had time there 8 p.m. and he will be on phone. We go through documents, read everything. Now, if I have documents, I share with him like this. Let's clarify, you know. So he helped. So that's why I always give him credit for that. So we came out with PDS. That is the biggest one. I think there were ones to be at. Yeah, once to be a PDS buyer. So it was also a big deal. I don't know, there were some other scandals I made in Kanye, right? So PDS started the whole anger towards me. Why do you touch Gabi? Why do you touch Bumpty? Why do you touch Ekufuado? Why do you touch Baumia? Why do you touch the money of Foriata? Why do you touch PDS? Who are you? Wako school ways, university ben owie, oko school bang or a wine on Tibrofo. So that was the thing. All to discredit or all to discourage me. I didn't stop. I kept on. So at a point, they devised a strategy, and the strategy is to gag me. How do we gag this guy? Oh, America, you're Ghana. We don't know what he does. Ebi krampo or basement to be. Ebi or no krampo ni baby te. Ebi krampo to be chain. So how do we gag him? That was when I did the story a year, one scandal about a year, number one. How a Sankuma and then a now a year, too many stories. And I came to expose a Sankuma who was on TV every day lying to people about his involvement in the number one scandal. So now, Sankuma lost his credibility. Everybody got to know he's a criminal. He sits on TV, lies about everything because they all wanted Ekufuado to keep stealing because Sankuma so now the yere enya appointment to bind him. So they realized that you have touched another live wire. You know, Sankuma mono, they were the ones who were creating politicians for the MPP. They were the ones who were the clean boys. They were the cleanest. Mechanism. I'm not cleanest, no. So MPP for Edin Kwasiasama Saturdays. Sankuma mobile teams don't be clean in the name that they are legal brains. So most Ghanaians they not question them. Sankuma most times, in some mechanic TVs when Kwasiasam, the Akutia, Egbert Fibiltia, these are all criminals who basically lie to Ghanaians. So now I do a Sankuma story. Ghanaians get to know the fact. I present everything. I presented everything. Then Sankuma's credibility dies. Everybody gets to know he's a liar, he's a criminal, he's a thief. He basically hides behind, I am a lawyer, to steal from people. So Sankuma fall off. One of their live wires, it's been cut off. Problem about their communication, 30%, you're breaking it down. Because Sankuma ne jumane mo weekends. And just like KEVN and Sake Sankuma, he might touch another one. So we need to use Sankuma to go after KEVN Taylor. Now what happened? Sankuma says he's suing me in America so that he can find a way to gag me. So they all went behind Sankuma, Gabi, Samens of City News, Paul Adumotre, Kwekuba Akadeb, they all told Sankuma, sue him. Now, the address Sankuma used, all the address was wrong. He used some New York address. Some stupid address. I've never even lived there before. Everything that Sankuma put, he spelled my name Kelvin, and every single thing that he filed in Ghana said will sue me was wrong. So I didn't see the need to even respond to it because everything about it was a lie. And then I heard it said Sankuma has mailed the suit to who? I don't even know to date. I did not receive any suit from Sankuma. But what they did is they connived with the judge. And then the judge gave Sankuma judgment. Oh, Sankuma, you have won. The person you filed a case against, we wanted that. The lawyer representing that. You could not even get a reliable address to get any response. You say Sankuma court judge is 2 million. Okay. Because me I'm KEVN I'm me name called to be her. Obia sue me. Obia bail if you man bibia. I've not received anything. So nobody in this world can tell me I've been sued. I still kept doing my job. na me ye mejuma. From nowhere, I said Gabi so court because then I was staying on Gabi. Because I knew Gabi was the center bolt of the Kufuor administration. That is why deliberately they didn't give Gabi any a political appointment. So I saw that Gabi was the center bolt. So now we're Gabi, Bumpty, Kufuor, and what's that guy's name? The other guy. I played the video and the chat. I had the thriller in Manila chatter. I had WhatsApp group. Omuti and Gabi admin. I didn't just come speak. I provided the facts, the evidence. So, what do they have to do? Now, let's use Gabi also to try and gag him. Make sure, baby, I'm sure baby do hande. Then Gabi too went to court in Ghana. Gabi too has won the case. Gabi too has won the case. I'm in America. Nobody has sued me. No bailiff has presented anything. Nothing. A judge sits in Ghana court and says, yes, Gabi, you are right. Whatever you are saying is right. Nobody has contested it. You have won. Gabi called court. No? Now, a year, Samensa on the Oyo City News, or City Channel, whatever. Samensa on Ghana now. Why is a bullfruit? No? He was Gabi's witness in court. He went to sit in court and said he is the witness. Samens is a journalist. He calls himself a veteran journalist, Samens. He went to sit in box and testify my Gabi. Said they see no hobby. It is true. Samens no na kwasi abe. Ejem ka jam semono. San kwasi afo na so no. E check rise am mu bi mo bodam. They are liars. Then thank you Mr. S. And get me the other one. Get me the other ones. Let me put all on the screen. Be ready fifi bebre. Then Gabi so called na Gabi so nya win. Kevin Taylor and lawyer or here, you win a lawyer. Kevin Taylor responded to any suit. You respond here. Kevin Taylor no 07 no ya the letter B and say Gabi also was 7 Kevin Taylor and they are judging say Gabi winning. Gabi so just Kevin Taylor. These were all the things they put together to make sure say I will shut up because they didn't know Nipa me yet. They had no knowledge about me and they still have no knowledge about me. They don't know what I represent and what I do. And anytime I said there are so many people in Ghana and abroad, they don't know me. They don't know what I do. And then enemy strength, you know. So I like it when people underestimate me. When people try to call me names. When people try to, in life, when people underestimate you, that is the best thing in life. I want the Gabi one. That is the best thing in life. When people underestimate you. So Sankuma got his win. Yes, Uncle Jiska. And Sankuma so call yes we winning. Then why this whole Jack? So Sankuma too got a win. Gabi so benya win. Kevin Taylor and Yabet then they were so excited. Ekufuor was behind this. But Dems were behind this. They were pushing this because if we are able to gag this boy, the NDC will never come to power. What has Kevin Taylor done? I was just showing Ghanaians documents. Every single day I sit on TV, I was giving it to the Ghana for Munjen Kokenkai. Ghana for Munjen Kokenkai. This is what I have discovered. This is the work we have done. Remember, this is the job of the Ghost team. They were on the ground, sacrificing their life. Ekufuor the government. Do you know that? And the Kufuor, say, official for document. Now the Koma came, they will kill you. So all my Ghost team members, their life, they'll be because they can be killed any day. It wasn't a joke. Gabi Winnie, Nankabi Bia, some of them Juma, American Amity. So far, Obianya, American belly for Biaba, if you make them say, was 7 me say, my dang, Makodi Bonnie. So me, I didn't care about anybody. I was doing my job. And check, right before that, the Ghana consulate in New York, ESMA, 2 gentlemen, that time, 2017 or 18, that time, I Zara. And almost smart, 2 gentlemen, and not 2. So, Mumbra, no mbeshe baby amete. This is America. So, one morning I was there, and I'm with a gentleman, Minubi, I dang. In my neighborhood, I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but a purely white neighborhood. Enti, anopami wasana, bimusa branti bi ebo me bell. And I'm me be. Satan Zara Sakra. So, yeah, that's Gabi. So maybe a gate diagram say, what do you want? And also, I came to this neighborhood and I'm looking for one Nigerian, and that Nigerian, all the white guys say they don't know. So you are the only black guy. I want to ask them, say, I don't know anybody, and I'm fumigating him. But when I closed the door, somebody told me this guy is a liar. I looked at my camera and I realized that he stepped back a little bit, looked at that time I used to stay in a townhouse, looked at my building and started walking away. So quickly, I called my wife. That's 2018, I think so, because Nazara, it be 1 year. So quickly, I called my wife and I'm kind of saying, Onje Zara, because we are at home. And I'm saying, I need to follow these people and see where they are coming from. Stupidly enough, almost free Ghana consulate from New York, no. Na Oma park car no, just outside my neighborhood. It's not some black SUV. And I'm who's a number near diplomatic number. But I wanted to take a picture of the number because diplomatic numbers our number was so you can now trace and see mission and I say embassy freeba. So I moved my car. So that time I moved my car and I followed them. And to do traffic light, and I'm taking a picture of the license plate and I just turn around. Maybe I'm reporting my FBI and I'm reporting my local police. So when they pulled the records, it was clearly a Ghana embassy, New York State, New York City, Manhattan, their consulate. Can't if you want to buy it. I'm so okay. So basically, the MPP administration were trying to find where I live. If it's a hitman or whatever to kill me, I didn't care. I was like, okay, so I reported to the FBI. And I reported to my local police, and then we put it down. So I was very alert from there. Let's fast forward. I was still doing my job. I'm telling the young people. So when you see me today sitting here, so remember, sir, suits they all happened in 2020 because your production on our government are very unpopular. No, who said they were empty. They didn't have anything for Ghanaians. They were lying. They were thieves. So now the only target was me. If they are able to shut down my production, they are good. So all this thing led to 2020. They all going to court 2020. It's Sankuma Gabi. And let me fast forward. And the show they start here. Hey, fast forward. And maybe a story be about Atachia. No, a housing minister. And now since some dubious contracts be. In this contract, there was a lady also Germany. I know a MPP for chairman. German for national BBB or Germany. So that lady, the close friend, panic in Japan. So when I did the expose, I told Ghana for say, Atachia is signing some dubious contract be for the lady. Omojisa contract sikana. Omo yiskano no mo di akwa chere abrofo no say omo nya contract for Ghana. Na oma jiska no maba. You see, it was a whole complicated thing. So I did the scandal. And Kennedy called Germany. And Kennedy Japan. Eko J Mike. And I respect Kennedy so much. He was doing this for his party. Obia Nkobeye, because one, you are seen as a big boy in the party. You are also protecting your territory. You are protecting where your money comes from. So at that moment, and he was being a man. So Kennedy took a mic and told them, say, he will handle me. And that so Kennedy took over the fight. So the whole MPP came behind Kennedy because Akompreko does not lose fights. It's just me and my production team. A young man in America, a whole government. So Kennedy started the back and forth with me. But you see, when Kennedy started with me, I realized that Kennedy, this is not personal. I'm trying to let the young people understand. And I've told you, I respect you a lot. There were some mistakes you made along the way, and I don't blame you. Because it's my party. The people I thought they loved me, they supported me, And Kameya Momo, I'm just letting people know what has happened. And you're personal, I have nothing against you. So Kennedy understand this. So it started a back and forth thing. And Kennedy started saying a lot, And I remember saying, papa, a lot. And so the MPP people were so excited because Kennedy dear, you lose bibida. Kennedy saw a platform the side brand we are. Kennedy was sketching a brand we. Kennedy chair brand we. Kennedy a powerful on the streets that brand. So this is just a young boy. Kennedy can dissolve. For a long time, I sat in a course, and I wouldn't lie. At a point, I said things to Kennedy, but I wasn't too open about how I would react to Kennedy because I was being very careful. But I realized that in Tokwano or the back and forth between myself and Kennedy, it was veering into Ebusia instead of the fact because Kennedy did not challenge the document that I put out. But what Kennedy did was that he was just coming after me to put some fear in me for me to basically quell in and leave everything. So the MPP can keep going. With Kennedy, when he came in, because of how they lied to him, he was basically trying to suppress me from every angle. Family, religion, friends. At a point, I realized that Kennedy, I can say, oh, me papa investigations. Me papa investigations or boise and me papa competition or a lot. And that's what I'm saying. I don't blame him because when you are fed with wrong information, say be a Kennedy aba asmo be aba boise MPP for mama be about Kevin Taylor papa. Obi a honestly MPP near our time and obet to Kennedy in trouble. Kennedy will take it because if you are boise. You get it? My father is one of the people who worked with Sam Jonah at AGA, time and different Goldfields. My dad worked with Goldfields. My dad is one of the young, with all due respect, I'm not disrespecting anybody, one of the young rich people in Obuasi when we're growing up. He's one of them. My father is the first manager of Anglo-Good Ashanti football club. My dad played for Goldfields Football Club. My dad played in Nigeria. My dad played for Takwa Mines. My dad's playmate is Akwesiapia. The Akwesiapia, So every time Akwesiapia comes to Obuasi, he came to my house. My dad's playmate on any ball. My dad was once called to the Black Stars. My dad played dwarfs. So he had gone through the mill to get to this point. He worked with Anglo-Good Ashanti. You get what I mean? So when people say things about your father, and they are not true, you don't react. But you see, at a point, Kennedy veered into some places not no cry. It was basically to disgrace Kevin Taylor. So I called my father. I said, "Dad, I know you don't like these things, but what Kennedy is doing, I want to react." And people haven't seen my other side. So, if it is Kennedy you want to react to, then react to him. But you've got nothing to do with Kennedy parents. So that's what my father told me. Say, many Kennedy parents in Tokwa because me momo. Me Kennedy pa mame and me Kennedy papa. But as a married man, if I want to pick my fight, I should pick a fight with Kennedy because Kennedy nowhere then and no problem. That was the advice my dad gave me. That is when I activated. It's a Hona Ghana focus. Hey, your brand is so mwadie. But I know referee is some Kennedy kind. And that's what I'm saying tonight. I have nothing against Kennedy, with all due respect to him. I come on the position man come here. I would have done it. Yeah. So I also activated, and then it became a whole episode. But who will say Kennedy didn't talk no a free by to attach contract or sign here, and a man Kennedy Benya issue. You see, it is a whole check. Kennedy and myself, we didn't know each other. We never had any friendship. We never had anything in common. But Kennedy was fighting for somebody. At the end of the day, attach Nakra and Ojina said, on defending Kennedy out to me. During the time of Kennedy, episode flag bearer of MPP, I start Asabokai, or say Kennedy a bottom. The same Atachiano, now Kennedy was defending. Atachia told Kennedy so about them because Opebawumia. Now, no problem. So the Kennedy back and forth, it went on. At a point, Kennedy said he's going to sue me. Oh, America. This is one person who, this is Ekufuado part 1, part 2. One person, one platform. So I activated, and it be crazy. Kennedy said, "Oh, we didn't attempt too much. I can't send me any." When you say Kennedy suit, now or contactee Ekuya Poki. Now the deal was suiting him. Do you know? Yeah. Kennedy suit or by America be sue or contactee Ekuya Poki. Ne Ekuya Poki deal with me the better. And then Kennedy said, "Me made the deal Ekuya Poki atem." It's not the deal or admit say on funny deal shame. Now Ohiana as a witness or on friend. Yeah. I didn't say anything. Intimuaha and Kennedy, me who said Bailey Faba legitimately sued me and sued my company, Loud Silence Media and Kevin Taylor, demanding $19 million or something like that, right? So I had no option than to activate my lawyers. I had 3 lawyers. Each of the lawyers takes $400 an hour. Yeah. Me lead lawyer now your bar. So Kennedy, me wanna Kennedy suit in by. I had to give it to my lawyers to look at it. And the suit was basically about defamation. Makan sembi tia Kennedy. Megunu hufin or a public servant. So what happened? We had to go to court. So I activated my lawyers. So what did the suit by the so responded here? So when we responded to his suit, the first one by Kennedy had to amend his case. Meaning he saw there were a lot of loopholes in his case. So he amended it. I think my response was like 200 pages. Kennedy's first one was like 36 pages. I remember I have all the documents. So Kennedy basically was asking for $19 million. Mr. P. Mr. S, how much was he asking for? $19 million. And you saw a lot of people on TV and on radio. Abroche from Germany, they came together and they were cheering. Mami from penny from Mrewa and Kokra. All that they wanted was that Kennedy may win the case near Chimenko Ghana. That was it. The anger towards me, the direct anger. Ultimate radio. Mami paid to KEVN there. Kennedy we kwa yen kuno near fanning ko Ghana. Yen shina on na for there na maye. The maye na say, but the documents about Ghana for say, Mumpedi for way akron for. That's all. It became a Kennedy fraternity against me. And what have I done wrong? What I've done wrong, then they say, I was blunt in my statements. Where you come for, where you nyansa, where you Jimmy for, and krata when I just say where you we. That was my statement. So you saw the anger. You go to Ghana, so many every single media house reported the story. But you see, before that, now my scandals upon scandals. My scandals were blacked out in Ghana. It was only on Facebook, and the young people were picking it and reading it. Media houses never picked my story. That is where I have an issue with Randy Abbey. He never picked any of my scandals to talk about. It was personal, and I knew it. At a point, to be put to me raise the issue of Randy Abbey shows no brushing it off. You get it? But I didn't care. I was still doing my job. No media house picked my scandal. But sometimes they almost not TV, so they will talk. It will all at the end of the day center on the job I have done with my team. Because I had the document and I had put the document on NDC communicators to be called radio, Sunni TV. So Kennedy was asking for $9.5 million. NDC communicators got not TV. So Obo said, no, don't mention that thing here. Obi na yes adi and pa. Obi. Any halitosis, some when they want to refer to my document, they're like, this is from unverified, uncultured. They use some grammar to demean Kevin Taylor. You are working hard. You are putting the documents out. You are doing everything. But the media that is supposed to question the document, they make people think you are mad. You'll be angry. You'll be pissed off. You are trying to save the people. And the media that you want to go through for the people to know the truth, they black you out because they also think, say, you are getting in their space. So you got so-called journalists in Ghana deliberately blacking me out. And they still do. They still do. But you see, I'm on top of all of them, so I don't care. So what happened was, you come to Ghana, and it was like Diamond the Pierre Ghana circle. Every media house, Kevin Taylor, Kennedy Japan, because you can now for free radio, so now for free TV. Man, it's not fucking easy. That is where you get to know who Ghanaians are, the reality on the ground, the people who genuinely hate you. I'm a young man, so I'll say me jai. What do I lose? Over DMV, my father-in-law, he has his own law firm. My mother-in-law, she has her own law firm. My father-in-law was starting a law practice. I got caught 3 times. 3. He's an insurance lawyer, or yet only arbitration. Case BNY would do less than 20 million case that. So I'm not somebody, if I quit this, I'll go hungry or go do 3 jobs or 2 jobs. No. Or even 1 job. Unless I decide. So I could have said, say, you know what? Because business be because I've hustled. I've worked at Delta Airlines, at JFK. I've worked at Dean and DeLuca. I've worked at a container store. At least I have corporate experience. And I'm a so all these things were happening. And you ask yourself, where Ghana for you want to help them? These are Ghanaians. And there you say, you get Ghanaians, they are so in love with the hate, they are in Europe, America, especially Germany, UK. America, crazy. Germany, UK. And they were all over the place. Oko Ghana, utia interviews. That was when Morris Ampa with Juma Baye, Kevin Taylor, and Interpol will pick him. And when Interpol say, but I'm saying, damn it, these are people I want to help. These are people I want to help. I have nothing to lose. With all due respect, I'm a fucking American. I have nothing to lose here. It's the people you want to help. What is this hatred? All because Kevin Taylor Kassetia in Penifosa the Omo Yenye. All because Mami Auneni. And I remember there were some people who really liked me from the beginning. At a point, I made people understand. Miss Race, may Auneni, na me Fantini. A chunk of people stopped listening to me because they didn't know where I'm coming from. Yeah, I can tell you. And I've lost so many friends on the way. There are so many friends I have lost. And that's my relationship with them ended. There are some people I went to daycare with, Echo School, SS. Our relationship ended because of what I do. Until date, because they never liked what I do. And they still don't like it. They feel, say, I'm not supposed to do that. They are family members today. Family members. They speak against me. Yeah. Because I'm affiliated to MPP. I'm telling you. So it is not just out there. And ask yourself, many of Barnety, me woma, saying Kameyire enim Ghana, how Ghana is. And God being so good, Yankopon prepare Obia and son or the task biamam. I had to live with my wife in Ghana for a year. Meyire, the first time we met, let me tell you, say next to Tech campus. Omo anom me te sa hostel ho no. Me tena hostel 6 months me tuaka. Me tuam hostel fi miniska. Na me te be on friend no down below so then the hostel na enye completed. Esro no munyensie. Ye na rented down no. Na me yere odware 3 times a night before she sleeps. The heat. Me yere Risa. We were on campus and I'm happy there are a lot of people around who are still friends who know. Now Risa odware 3 times. Odware be 10, odware 2, around 5. The heat, you can't sleep more than 30 minutes without sweat. Fan is a corner. One room. I was sharing with like 1, 2, 3, 4 people. We'll be out one room. My wife, Bruni ba, who be sample da. Onyo hieni ba o. Sometimes I go out for lectures. Bebano. Na me yire. Boys no more sa hostel no. Omo girlfriends abama. Omo so AC omo nyoma. Me yire onima dear friend nyoma si, but she tries to learn. Bebano the blue egumintadium. I tell you that's nice. Onimi ye, but you see, that's why they make a chamba say, me, my wife, she's a white woman, but we bibinio. There's nothing you people can say that will hit my wife. She knows Ghanaians more than you people know yourself. Or you do more telegraphic. Me family you telegraphic. You nante forma ba circle at a point. Circle. Trotro drivers no money me. Boy no the blue in neighbor. No me front seat na my. I'm telling you. Me top fried rice. Me yiri sa akoko no na ontumi wie. Me wi na me yi akoko no e wo ho na me ma wi dompedo. Do you know what people have gone through to get here? Do you know? My first radio editor and a news editor, Erastus Sasarodonko. Yeah. He had his own issues with me. But today, Bosse is my Bosse. Whether I like me woo or my boss. You have no idea what people have gone through. You have no idea. So video na Moshe Abijina Bola so your documentary. That was the Bill Gates Foundation documentary. I mean, that was my first time I got like, it was 35,000 euros or 40,000. Yeah. Na me yire na nimni jina put a ball anim. Nipa busa almost na camera and one na ekuta camera nim. It was my wife. Busa almost why na ekuta camera nim. Na me yire na ekuta camera nim. Me na my wife Katerina and we are the first people, Mama can show. The first media house to enter Anglo-Good Ashanti pit, the deepest. The first to enter Car Power with my crew. Car Power is in Ghana, who remember passport. Answer the room because Car Power is considered as a foreign country. Time on the buy. Do you know? You have no idea. Most of you people have no idea. They are me we are called Mama Bedru Hano. You have no idea. And Nyanko Ponso nim or Mama Yretsa Ghana. So she understands Ghana. Onim me you want to be for artwork and that in channel or Ghana say me bubrodi. No, she knows how everything costs. A child few or pigeon or catch but she'll pretend she doesn't know. Onim everything. It is harder than no. I laugh. Na me sre. Oh, emre because your people say me guna wari. I say me gumi okobedu ma wari. Do you know where I'm coming from with my wife to get to this point? No, you have no idea. But what I want to tell you, then they say, Kennedy woman, Kennedy said he's going to court. Kennedy Japan sued Kennedy Japan said he's going to court. What happened in Ghana? Beshe Osianko for boy ewa Ghana. Everybody was happy. There were some good people who were very disturbed. Can Kevin can he stand Kennedy? How can he deal with this? Kennedy is a rich man. Kennedy has money. Can Kevin do? Are they going to deport Kevin? How can Kevin pay if Kennedy wins $9.5 million? $9.5 million. Now Kevin Luzier, where is he going? Because the strategy, the sue now, it was basically to gag me. Kennedy Winia or did $9.5 million. I can't do any show again. I can't talk. I can't do anything. I'll be forced to go and beg Kennedy Japan. Say, I'm sorry for me. Everybody was all over the place. When India temo Ghana da, Masaudu nencho to be Kevin undi chasri. What it a national chairman. Makabi obi TV soda. Makabi achire obi o TV soda. No. Atenie be na mati amunti bi se bi firi obi anu Ghana da. We are hypocrites. We are bad people. The Ghana media, the industry is a terrible industry. Brown breeding in 80% a Ghana media. I'm telling you, they do business with you people. Most of them, they built their house because of the ignorance. There was system. Most of them, because you people are, most of you are ignorant. Especially Akamfono. So Kennedy asked for $9.5 million. It's a 19 of 9.5. Besides, I need to check. It might be 19. 9.5 or 19 million, $19.5 million. So I had to quickly assemble my lawyers. I had to assemble my Jewish lawyers. I had to speak to my in-law. And my father-in-law suggested another lawyer who is his colleague, that this lawyer is one of the big lawyers around. I spent close to $270,000 to fight Kennedy Japan in court. $270,000. I never spoke about it. I never came on TV to cry. $270,000. Yeah. I had 4 lawyers. Obi had $400 an hour. That case went on for like 3 months or 4 months. Do your maths. So don't sit there and get up and say, small boy, we Jimmy for we will go school that then you are ignorant about your words. You don't understand the things you are saying. If you don't agree with me, don't underestimate me. You might not agree with me, the way I do my production, the way I send my message, but don't underestimate me. Because when you underestimate me, you underestimate me at your own peril. I'm telling you. At a point, hey, the production the whole course. After I won my case against Kennedy Japan, allegations that Kennedy told me, the judge told Kennedy, all the things this guy has said, he has given you proof. And he had defamation. You're a public figure. If somebody say you a public figure because of your work, you're a criminal, you need to prove. So Judge can say, there is nothing before him, I just acquire IABB without his facts. So come again. That was how me and Kennedy Japan, the fight ended. And I respect him. After court ended, Kennedy stayed away from me and I stayed away from him. That was a gentleman's agreement. He decided not to mention my name, and I have also respected that. To date, I've shown him that respect. Anywhere I see him, I will shake his hand and say, you're a brave man. Also, I'm a brave man. I'm not a kid. So I respect him, and he respects me back. That is how it works. So Kennedy did his part. By now I ended and now they started throwing a lot of things at me. You go try the papa fiemra. You see the papa kromfo. You see way and mami a lot. And you see, but if you are born to do something, I don't get distracted easily. And because from the beginning, not many experience, those things used to worry me. It's, let me respond to this person. Let me respond. But right now, I don't respond to anybody because everybody wants to be like me. At least, for what I know, all the people who do the thing I do, and they all want to be like me. I am the mark. I am the standard. And with all respect, I say this humbly because that is why I am the standard today. And I've also respected my hustle. Sometimes, you need to understand, say, you can't just get up and say, why are they? You give up. That's it. I've done this for 3 years, 1 month, 2 months. Master, you don't give up like that. Too. At a point, when I first recorded With All Due Respect, I flew to Ghana with my wife. We went to GH1. I presented a copy, or to sometimes when I had hit and say. That time there was a guy at GH1, Abdullah. He gave me hell. He was the programs manager. Oh, the color of your opening is not nice. Oh, but we are looking at the content. They didn't give me a space. I went to Joy. I wanted to put it. They said, no, they were not going to put it on TV. And anyway, maybe I'm ready. And so interestingly enough, at a point, not Joy News in it, no more using material. There are so many footages they use in Ghana when it comes to Galamsey, material. Because when I did the Africa Energy Project, and when I did a story on gold, Natio, they paid me good money for that work. But most of the Galamsey photos that my wife they try, we own it. So then it got to that point where they started attacking my page. Every day, attack on my page. They wanted to take my page from me. Every day, you come on air and this is gone and this has been taken. Me, personally, I don't have Facebook. Because anytime, Facebook, that was basically a very active power. I used to have a Facebook over 600,000 followers, getting to 1 million. They took it. They were attacking everything. It came after my wife's page. They hired people before election 20, Gabi Oche Dako, before 2024, Gabi Oche. They hired people outside. My WhatsApp was taken from me. One morning I woke up, my WhatsApp was taken away. I could not access. That was the day I maybe this live demonstration. Yeah, friend said, Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the name. Mokai, the live demonstration here in internet so now. So many people fix the country. Remember? The night before, my WhatsApp has been taken away. Most of the videos people made from by themselves, they were on my WhatsApp. They took my WhatsApp. I woke up in the morning, my WhatsApp has been taken away. We had about 30 minutes to go start this show. Guys, do you know what we have gone through to get to this point? When you see these people make noise, I don't regard them. I don't. They say a whole lot of things. They have no idea what I represent. They have no idea. They don't understand it. Because most of the people on social media today trying to undermine me, I can take care of them. Yeah. And God be my witness. I can take care of them in America. Without blinking. I can buy it without blinking. I'm telling you, the Maryland I can sit one place, sign a check and buy it off and dash it to somebody. But have I ever told you, Sikami and now that does not matter. The message I will send to you, that's the most important thing. So we have gone through a lot. So when I went to these media houses, I told them, I have a material. I don't need money. I want to enlighten Ghanaians. But you see, when they saw my material, when these, especially multimedia, they saw my material, they realized that it was going to hurt their government. Yeah. I think the Abdullah guy was at multimedia. Yeah. Because you see, I wanted Ghanaians to know the truth. The media, almost suppressing macho, they are liars. Most of them are thieves. They are criminals. Eh? Most of these politicians, left and right, they are the ones taking care of these people. But I've always said, so a journalist, now a politician, it is not wrong. But that should not influence the way you present your show, the way you do your job. It should not influence it. You can have friends with anybody else you want to have friends with. Obia, you can be friends with a politician, you can be friends, whoever, but make sure that does not influence your job. I mean, nobody in the NDC can influence my work. Nobody can influence the job I do. Nobody. So the moment you come with that conviction, politician is through. Because Odim said you can flip if he tries. And that is the strength you need to come with. But when it comes to his job, I can't underestimate him. That is what you need to control as a journalist. I have friends who are politicians, but they know their limit. They don't cross a line. Because when you cross that line, you don't mention out. So that is the discipline. After Kennedy, a whole lot. About 2020, NDC lost. See the work man did. Ejuma nipa yeah. Everything man went through with my team behind the scenes. The money I spent, court cases. Remember, I have to pay my own bills. Remember, they have to be in school, private school. I have to make sure house is going on. Imagine. Then we call election 8 times. You see, J. Mensa said, we're calling elections 8 times. 8 times. NPP winning. Yaboni past 72. The NDC was shattered after 2020 elections. The NDC, they were shattered because they knew they were going to win the 2020 elections. Yeah. And we all saw it, that they won the elections. So when the NDC lost the elections, I've gone through a lot. And I wanted Ghanaians to understand, they say, MPP don't mean any for. They are liars. They killed about 7 to 8 people. They took the elections from the NDC. We all witnessed the court, Supreme Court. J. Mensa court to crack economic as a way they win here. J. Mensa could not do it. You want penny for him for Ghana. They looked on. Justice was taken from the people. Democracy was basically strangled. Yaniati in Sweja, it is tough. For 8 years, MP before Kasabe back Ghana, I was in Ghana twice. 2 times. And I knew they really wanted to kill me because they are good. The way is clear. You have to see your mother, you have to see your father, you have to see your kid brothers, you have to see people you love. But then when you were almost there thinking that at least Ghana for independence, democracy kakra, the NPP, they kill, they win the power. Everybody is shattered. The NDC communication died in 2020 after elections. It died. Not say so. Everything evaporated. Where do they start? Where are they going to start? Who are they going to start? Who is going to lead? Remember, me, I'm older than Samiji Few. He's a very strong guy, a very wonderful guy, a very strong-hearted young man. But Ubusana, it hit him. And everybody was looking at Jamiji and say, okay, let's pick the pieces, pick it up and see. You can see it was very tough for the NDC to come back again. How are you going to sell your message again? Oh, start free, because your message is going to sound repetitive. They're all kind of from 2020 to 2017 to 2020. No, and one hour Babekana, but candidate in the Empeno. John Mahama is so a comfort. John Mahama is so a down Dubai. Edahu ni patrim. So what are you going to do? How do you devise? What plan? How are you going to get to the people again and let them believe that John Mahama is not what you think he is? And that the guy has something for you people. and that believe that he is coming with a good heart with his government to help you people, because we're living under a tyranny. And the kufuado, ye kunipa, ye smagunipa, ye chinkofo, the whole nation. President Gina Ahimfonim Kajon so sorry dio matem. We saw disrespect in the face of power. Mikimi Obatuna Jubilee House. No anumuri. No, I can't F word. We sat in, everybody was quiet. It's like our spirit was taken away. The country died. There was nothing. And I didn't see it. So I had to call my team and I told them, we still have to give power to the NDC. Yeah. I told them we will do this until Ghana's democracy is brought back on track. So ask yourself, who are the ghost team? Do they have a life? Do they also have to build something for themselves? Why didn't they leave me to go also build their life? Because I'm also a nipa. Just don't look at me. Look at the people behind us. Come to Mark, I said, that's it. Boss, this is a tall order. We want to also walk. So don't just look at me. I'm just the face of this. So if they had pulled out to say, boss, this one, 17 of us, we can't do this again. 17, they are walking. Come and start free. I would have done the job, but it's not easy. All these people, because of what they believed, and the hope they had in John Mahama, they all stayed. Not a single one of them left. 17, they all stayed. So we had to go back. Slowly. The NDC communication, that lost hope. That lost that gas, the confidence. Some Jemfi started building a little bit. Then we came in with the same consistency. Our job was to make sure we mute Jandam, was to make sure we suppress people who are still stuck to that old kind of journalism where they lie. We had to make sure we took tribalism effect in our governance system out, or in our politics out. So tribalism was one thing we wanted to attack. Jandam was one thing we wanted to attack. And then, first of all, let the people understand who our clean easy. It wasn't easy. It was a difficult one, I'm telling you. You get almost the same media, the whole of about 90% of the media coming after. There were some journalists in Ghana who were working with these media houses. They will call you and say, Kevin, we can't talk about your matter. We can't discuss your scandal. We will lose our jobs. And I respect them for that. These major media houses, your journalists, boss, we can't. We will lose our jobs. They told us not to. I said, no problem. I go solo inside. So after 2020, the country was shattered. And I promised myself, I will give power to John Mahama. I will do everything. And not to just come and speak. Use facts to bring John Mahama back. You need that conviction to do that. So if I'm here today, and then hey, you are him for Omo Ghana, with all due respect, NDC ba pawi, ebia MPB ni mo hinibi, Minister bi ni mo hinibi open as what V8 man. My father, you so prado, come Tom papa no other huchi. Sanka ko fight man papa beda one of the biggest boards so Ghana and amebwa. But my father is not on any board. No board. And that is how I want it. My father is not on any board. Because I didn't do this for somebody to sit and say, oh, papa, auntie now here way, where I don't need it. They were him for papa, Sebio, Etwa, and the politicians, like wholeheartedly, they like them. They were him for cry almost me, papa. Yeah. But you see, my father is not a greedy man. It's about how proud he is on the ba and open asem. You get what I mean? And sometimes, it is not all about the money. It's about you being it's about your conviction, what you want to do. Me, Echiro Nyankopon can tell me to quit this. As far as NPP exists, I'll still stay here. Because I know what the NPP can do. They are diabolic, they are demonic people, they are bad people. Omukuni pasre. MPP for the John Kuma, a vibrant young politician. And Kendenka John Kuma the Bay NPP flag bearer. I'm telling you, they killed him. Before that, not JB Dankwan and also a flag bearer. They killed him. MPP is a dangerous party. I've gone through hell. So when I sit here, now the yomi yesterday, I also tell myself, but I'm talking to the young people who want to do what I do. Be resolute in what you do. You have to have a plan. Don't just get out there. Because there are so many people there doing the same thing I do. They want to be like me. Emma and Bema. They all envy my platform, but they don't know my story. Most of them cannot go through what I've gone through to get here. All of them, they can't survive what I've survived. They don't even have the capacity to think of it. Into me, who's our small boys way? And you see, Ejima way tough. You sit, you get thousands of people listening to you. So be in 3 hours, 4 hours, Bemau. Say me tiwa na I believe. My team just said to me something. 2020. 2023. You see me, both of you. A few of you guys saw it. 2024. Me church I feel my team not text me, boss. You have blood in your mouth. Me to meet TV so 6 hours. I want you to understand. So many people saw it. I read. I had to take a break, take water, wash my mouth, come back again. So you see, when you're focused, you need to be determined though. It is not, and there are so many of them, their platforms are done concerts. There were so many of them, they started, well, you can see right now, they don't have anything to talk about. They don't. You know the reason? Because they're not focused. They don't know. If you are doing entertainment, do entertainment. If you are doing politics, do your research, do politics. So we are do your research, do our own. But people like that, like us, we are versatile. There are so many soccer players on this planet. There's Ronaldo and there's Messi. I am versatile. I can decide to do entertainment. It will be better than 99,000 of the people who do entertainment in Ghana. I'm telling you. I can decide to do sport. It will be better because I have the gift. I am humbly, I take it. And I respect that. So, don't go there. Look within. Analyze yourself and attack the things you think you can succeed in. That is life. Don't force yourself to do something that you can't accomplish. Paul Adomotre is dead. His career is dead. We grew up watching Good Evening Ghana. But ended the Paul and a difference. It's done. Or to look of Ghana Today, a fake news site, not about to the show, so the analysis. He's done. He's gone. His career is dead. He can't revive it again. He will die a very painful man. Because you see, along the way, he basically lost it. Paul Adomotre is dead. He's done. He's dusted. Right now, he's all over the place. I would never go on any media house to go grant an interview to direct people to come on my show. Never. Because I believe what I do is powerful than any media house in Ghana. The only media house I'm going to Radio Good. Because Radio Good was a partner in 2020, 2024. They were partners. Ransford Kebuachi went through his own shit. I used to talk to him a lot. I encouraged him. A very humble man. So I believed, at that point, I had to appear on his show to show him that he has worked hard to get to this point. I just don't do things anyhow. I show appreciation when I have to show it. Yes, I'm human. I make mistakes. But I don't forget where I come from. And I would never forget where I come from. I'm very careful about the people I pick as friends. I'm careful about the people I sit and drink and eat with. I'm careful about the people I bring close to my family. I'm very deliberate about things. If you're a young man and you're in Ghana and you want to do what I'm doing, you can communicate in a different style. You can send your message across, but you need to focus. You need to know what you want to do. It's very important. Team, all right, now I have 2 hours. I have done 1 hour 47 minutes. I have 1 hour 10 minutes, let's say it that way, to finish today's show. KEVN, we are live. Let us do what is important right now. Okay. Now, this is a story. Team, let's enter the wagon. Now, any stories in start here free ha. A communication ministry for the Asebia to I want to say communication ministry to seek cabinet approval for mandatory national ID verification to access pornographic websites. Yes, Sam George, any communication ministry, no. Omoko cabinet, akwaje approval. Say, mo amote Ghana, mo hwe porno. A Pornhub, mo mambombi. Mi refifi, say menyini. First time me young no. Mo amohwe porno, say amo dem Ghana card be register, ansa na mo hwe porno on internet so. Me de pa asofo no mo hwe porno no. Ye be hu omu nyina. Say na Sam George say okọ cabinet. Any cabinet akokasa ko convince the cabinet say omu njintum. Say wo Ghana nne na wo pese hwe porno asofo na magi porno ahwe afa no wo pese hwe porno so do Ghana card register so be ra website nim say me pese me ko hwe porno a wo de Ghana card ko mo na ye register wo ID ni etwa picture na dem say na be ya debi no iti ade we de me ni je ho asofo no mo hwe porno Ghana mo hwe porno pa asofo ufuru accountant ai a civil servant for no a chief directors no so civil servant you obe live band no long sleeves na I just say tie and die obo pepo no pa enti sanko for people no especially asofo no say no Sam George you say okofa ID card system aba so obe so hwe pono the same in America is obe so hwe pono e cho do ID e cho be accounts and now the information shame say na be ya pono no etrawo na se bi wo do tipem dan a pono ntina ama mesie tu hwe mitina akese ne pono ntina mitia akese na so hwe pono na the tissue dan mu panyan na wo situ a na fe ambulance ne ba ye hu se oh ye kwa kofa eye de doctors enkroma ono na hwe pono ma ne sie tu enti pono hwe mesie a pono na ama mesie tu enti ye sie ano Sam George mo ko bo Sam George on na o kaka nkwasasem enti mo hwe pono no ye sie do hia Ghana card. No Ghana card, no pono. Asofo na mo hwe pono no. Asofo no. Ena civil servant na government workers. Omo pe pono. Mo government computers am hwe pono no. You see ano. Ye the ID be ka ho. At the end of the year, you be call system ni ma ko check. Hey, Mr. Nkrumah, pono Monday. Hey, Mr. Nkrumah, pono 2:30. Wanko a meeting. Hey, Mr. Nkrumah, you be check you mu nyina pono fo no. In the year no ne hu pono do a wo hwe government facility mu a. Any ehu data we you see here. Enkwasi asem chief directors no. Omo pe pono tu. O from yes, hello. The telephone was ringing. Yes, I am busy. There's no help pono oboa. Chief directors no. Omo pe pono tu. Into from yes. From Pama, who is calling me? So say, you know the man who said he was coming to clarify if his documents. Tell them I'm busy. Well, and who again? Oh, Auntie Fatima, the woman from North. Yes, she said that the things that came, they wanted your signature. Is she with somebody? I said no, it's only her. I'm busy. You see, this morning I've been signing. Tell her to come Tuesday. Ponongwa, Mr. Nkrumah, Mr. Ajete, Mr. Oliver, Mr. Sanko from Peter, Sanko from Nicholas, Brad Nicholas. Sanko for the Pono. They be an the bottom. No, me and Bema. Oh, Bibiaboko. They be out at table. On Chino. Nicholas for Nicholas Pono. And I said, Obama, I'm call for now. I Ali. In time for from Ali, no Pono. In time for from Ali, no. Pono, just our cassette or pono or deck or cassette. Tama not a like Lou, Polo no. Or on the cassette videotape you know on tunchini goes on tunchini. They need to because Alaji, Babasaba, Porona Abichina, Pono deck na say yan took cassette or say no, a packet and all the lays after. Wo Ali, Pono. So say I say a bind say a permissioner, de I was so social puna. I was so Ghana card information shim and send a website in a Ghana buying it does not matter where you are. Inti any aka wa onye wa adwene say ube boano esi ana ye bechi mu nyina pono na ama musietu
the time na me hwe pono a me ho ba na me se ti se me de head wo na me se ne ye dey etuye ti pono de me de fo be meka se ye be fe be bi meka se nye na me de me wo kan no me de me hwe de na me kan me hwa ma me me de me hu be hu pa me hwa me ble ko so se me se tu pono na ma me se tu me se tu pono na ma me se tu ko so se me se tu pono na ma me se tu ko so se me se tu pono na ma me se tu ko so se me se tu pono na ma me se tu ko so se me se tu pono na ma me se tu
me won say Ghana for be church is that a priority? It is a priority. It is a priority. I'm going to be sure the effect that podo ewo nkwaraso young people no you have no idea. So don't say this is not a priority. These are some of the things as a nation, and I'm not here to defend some judge. I will never defend some judge. But I want you to understand. Say about these kind of things, you might think it's nothing. But when you take your time to analyze the number of young people who have been introduced to these pornographic things in our system, their parents or the community, we have no idea. You'll be shocked. And this porno thing, you might think, it's something people get addicted to the point whereby through porno na am addicted. No, and you see, kids pick on, especially in senior high school or from junior high school, they pick on these things, and you might think it has no effect. It has. It really does have effect on them. And as they get addicted to it, it brings in different kinds of character beer from this. And so people can say, what is this? Is not a priority. It is a priority. I'm telling you, about 90% of kids in Ghana, they are addicted to pornography because they have access to it. Now, if it becomes difficult for you to get access to it, it will deter a lot of people from trying to access pornography. That is all. Sebio enye time. So, we need to be cautious before assembly C. This is a priority. It is important. You are the same people talking about family values bill. We need to make sure our children, we train them, we raise them up in a certain way where they are not addicted to some things that may affect you more in the future. And these are some of the things you need to start doing. There are some countries in this world, you cannot just access pornography. America, because you see, an internet, you want a child, the lock wall, some phones, so some tablets, so because they need to protect the kids from that. These adult content, especially where I come from or where we come from in Ghana, if we don't take care, now measures to make sure, and Korano, we prevent them, we make it difficult. Obviously, there are going to be some kids who will find ways and means to still get access to pornography. That's fine. But you need to understand you need to make it difficult. You need to make it hard. You need to make people struggle to be able to get access to pornography. So this is basically to protect your kids. This is basically you, the parent. Now we show and I'm a bano. The CID and your bano. What you do is support this because this is basically to protect your kid. It don't get away your priority. If your kid is not your priority, I don't know what is priority to you. So I believe that this is very important. And if Parliament passes, Cabinet approves this, I will support it. Even though the person taking it, I don't really trust him like that. But if Cabinet approves this, I will support it because, you see, at the end of the day, and yet, there are some things that are very mild, that are very dim. They are doing us a lot of harm. And these are things that we need to take our time and pay attention to. Your pono bebra is a same penny for. Your uncle for bebra pono sell more Ghana. Oboha on a year ware or twinning or background na because they are too addicted to pono. Oboha a juma to me kopebi because they are too addicted to Oboha. They have been incarcerated or they are in jail because pono idea no or they are kwabra boma sebio wako fa obima wako it causes a lot of things. And yet obia the tuition also at the sali. And you'll be able to be sure who's a good upon Kruma or Namnapono, a hard drive shed to now or share for them. No, and you'll be able to have self control. No, Obo had your behuno or to me control, not a cody bonnet, not a cofa sama bro. Ebia will back and obi disabe. So these are very important things. Oba bro furu kroma yemfe niagro. They protect their kids. Inti moi addicted to ponono. I'm telling you, do not think say way. No, this is to protect the young people, especially in Kwabufri. In fact, right now I go as low as P6 na nkora pono. Because what is going to restrict a kid who is 9 years from watching porn? Say if that kid gets access to a laptop, a phone, or anything that can basically go on have internet or access the internet, then I best stop her from watching porno. That is the thing. So this is very important. Yenim asofo a porno ase o maware o nam Ghana. Yenim MPs a porno ase o maware. Ghana MPs bebrebe obekọ no. Oh, I'll be back 2 hours. I want to go and read the document. Obwa, or she parliament house porno from an ajo 9. Ya pon go fie or so onko. Kojo pon kuma to can I need to look at some documents. Obwa, porno no show no hwe. Ko parliament bebre porno nko pornolization. Debiano, I say, Oma to get to kakra, Oma demolite porno busy for nothing. Okojina parliament on kasa. Yakaso, today we are going to agenda. Okay. Yeah, Dimika podo, yenim bebre, pornolization. And this is very, very important. Mama, yama, yeni enko. Now, I am PCB. Speaker Bekasano. So today we want to agenda. Yes. Obi kura to parliament no podo. The moment a speaker because say we are journey so yeah open in term no sanin krata or go pono ono our pono bia kojo ponkro pono bia or pono bia bi enkrama da kro behwe on the chere yanka say pi e we nim kojo ponkro until we need to be serious about this. All right, now and sorry and say aponchin a friend Abronye. Accra High Court dismisses Abronye's application seeking to vary his bail conditions. Now, remand him into police custody until he deposits his passport with the court registry. And they are sorry, and they say, Abronye, court say the passport, the first case, no. Na nyoma eka ho a yese onfambra na yema ne bill no na ne passport kan ho also odeba na yegeto ho na yema ne bill na abronya anye enti ende oba court no na judge ne say ye be ma bill no first one no ye ka say for passport bra na engine to ho se na be ye hia umre bia ana untumi ntu kwan abra sebio wa asem ne da ho koso adenti na wanfamba abronya se wo no passport no de akoma embassy bi o ko school abrochire ko hwe no ho yare enti ontu na judge ne say bo the law is the law. Enti baby a passport no bia no ubeshem passport no be kan yensa na you. And I don't think anybody will sit obi na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say judge ne tiamra. I don't see anywhere judge ne betiamra. And you these politicians who sometimes you just come out and say anything. Oh, people are using a bail condition as a dance because the judge is working within the law. So we MPP ni begina bonte because I judge ne tan abronya he fa na judge ne tan abronye ya ma o emra di so na kofie na bra court sam ran we ndi so okoduru court yese o passport no here o se an ono abronye no o se ono obeso ko school abruchire kwasia o se ono no judge no me yare inti me passport no me da koma embassy bia me kwaji visa abuofunu o kwaji visa dwane Abronya we odidi nkwasi asem no wi odi nkwasi asem no wi na wa de nim sa chenchena woni ma chenchena odi nkwasi asem no wi na wa de nim sa chenchena na akotete into akoteta na adwene se emu bedwo because Ghana fo agimi de oye ne se obedi nkwasi asem no wi otutwa ntroto nkofo so a owi na akotete sa chenchena into teta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asa betutu ntosio sa no asoroko right now emran ni di and I don't expect any individual and say this one the court is being hard on Abronye because technically time and Abronye the first time no nan can see because he did not provide a passport and from that time no nan go say Abronye dem till now because the conditions are account bill no and they say provide your passport get sureties and blah 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 and then I want person the passport in my court no. Meaning, Abronya does not respect the court. Abronya bu court for no. At the end of the day, what did the judge in Yatem know? He is still disrespecting the court. The man be peer court and they say, Okodi the judge in Yatem. okodi di judge atem okoka nsam to judge so osa kodu court na osa disrespect court no if the judge sitting there no abronya mu no it is akwa the nim sa chenchena we enkwasiade a oya no. And you see, I keep telling the MPP sa nyoma we na mu defend no ene de be ma power bana aye den wan hwe betra 42 years no. The MPP no ma imagine say enkwasiade bi o me defend it. Enkwasiade bi o me support it. So you get a fool like Afenyo Markin obi ko di nkwasiasem kra na e chena so MPP ni. It does not work like that. Ghana no enye je ekufo Ghana ni bi me. People are now rational. People are now asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. It what junior will say, yeah, MPP for nkwade obi Jimmy o say kodi de chia. It pulls with your closeness to power a chiri. Because what happens in they say, afa obi abe hu se munim nyansa mo Jimmy he. Small girl here and say chi na omo release ni. Na me expect to say omo koyi girl ni free jail hodomo no. I am a girl the bill no. I was expecting them to come out and say, you this girl, your actions were wrong. Adia we you know, it is bad. We are telling you as a political party today, yaba abe save you. We want to say this on TV to every single young man, young woman in Ghana. Say sadia we omusia na sebio police chioma. We as a political party, ye bumra and ye dimra so until we are not going to come out and come demonstrate or fight for your release. Sanka MPP do muni munyansa, but what did they do? Omo de abayu and who fear and who can sa ko share them ne ko die and omo so go kumase. You see, so right now you could see the party nyansa ninim because how small girl we adio ye ko share jail no I send a record on to me mo bra papa bia bi wona bra boma obeka say bodam for no. What you were supposed to do dey na munya e dey bail ma akora no na ma press conference na mo ma akora dey can say you yeah, because we want to send a message to the young people out there. Omokasama yeni MPP for. Sebi oshabra wo bre passport kura woni bi. Enti e pese kan woni mo TV so ma obi ehu say adia ya they send the message akwa abonten ma Ghana for nkwara nyine ehu say you cannot sit on TikTok and say the things you said because ya chiwa ubedem. But what did they do? Sa ba you akwhye eye jailer onware ya ne ho kankan e no maso no tika mu. Instead of them to advise these young ones, now they are making this girl look like say Onimunyansa. And that is the problem I have with the MPP. Akoya na fono se eye chale asi a okoyi girlie. Na me just Onimunyansa kakra. We Jimmy because you see the party are not genuinely sometimes they do things for party. You can genuinely see say where they are intentional. But you see when that same person does something again, not close to what he did, then you start to ask yourself questions. But what the MPP does and say, Obi kodinko yasamania ko ino wako chiaba umia. Erade. Obi Jimmy, okaso beku president ne yirepe na ba umia ko chiano no akwa hage ba umia. Obi bakika nkwase sempe na ba omi ase yenko yi no na when you do this what happens in the say ema obi a onim nyansa bia hu se mu agimi. It's a party that is basically supporting this kind of life and to me fa nipa foforo bia meka party no ho. It me my advice to the party is say omo agimi to the point say right now no they support riffraffs out of pain. They cannot get out of election defeat, you know. It's Jimini Biakasani China, ya MPP ni ya no, you don't do that. That is not what party does. Party need to be strategic about the kind of people who basically communicate for them. Hey, MPP. So with this NDC, with this nobody's going to come pick you up. Yeah. The NDC will only come after assessing the situation. No. Anytime they pay NDC for us, no. Me MPP ni by any the NPP, the NDC, they will sit. They will analyze your actions and then ask themselves questions before they come out to say, but you see, MPP, no say, Obi and Jimmy. The moment Okasatia Mahamo, Didi Mahama, Temukwa, the Yankofano, none of your communicators can compare themselves to me as an MPP member. No. I have money to hire lawyers. That is why when I sit on TV or radio, I use facts to speak. Me pose a question to Samira. I have my facts. I never sit here and say things without my facts. It is how a young person out say, the MPP is becoming unattractive more Jimmy. And I'm going to TikTok, any Facebook. Monkwaya Omugusi, a dear message pa no mo send ya magana. Monkwaya Omugu TikTok, hey, yaba ya bechi basentelli, hey, yaba ya bechi sabi. And when we need power, I'm telling you. Hey, share the table will turn. Me so Chinese restaurant now. Tomorrow is pregnant. Tomorrow can have miscarriage today. Party executives, no, you cannot even sit and let people understand. So we are a young man, we are a young woman, make sure you stay within the law. But moko yin going for every sales. Now must I encourage you, munko, and this time. You see, most of these people will be ex-convicts before 42 years of member power. You are so stupid. And Akwawe, Saudi Arabia said we're seeking asylum was different countries. Or 7 countries are seeking asylum. Abronye. It's in Koji passport now. Okwa no siki, no siki. Inti Ajana no kwasha, I don't know ye. When we say MPP in the for to me, ma. When we say in Penifrom department, no Jimmy, into siki asylum was different countries. Into right now the oil and say, or the passport car also, I'm a refugee, give me asylum. Or I'm a refugee. Into the oil and into a Vienna code and second passport and also Miko UK aba. Or copy Okochino Sweden. Okochino Belgium. Sanana Aqua Pesoye. They don't want to live here again. Almost MPP no more Jimmy, and they are fooling the young ones. Now, my man show another story. Another story, Sunye. Accra High Court set July 3 or 3rd July to deliver judgment in Chairman Wuntumi's Samra Boy concession case. Yes, say. Accra High Court said on the 3rd of July, and a judgment, Chairman Wuntumi judgment, judge, at the Beba. And I would like to say this. We should not prejudge cases in court. As some way start here, Chairman Wuntumi the witnesses aba. Attorney General so abe any case. You and I, we have all followed the case. Stories are omo lawyers about Bontinia omoka. Any the Attorney General so APF quarter oka. At this point, I believe say we should allow the court to work. I will not sit here and prejudge any case because at the end of the day, there is a judge what's in a case we swear or court the judgment at the aba. Whatever reservations or whatever I think, it should be in my head. Because I cannot sit here and prejudge. I cannot be prejudicial about the case. The judge has about a month to write the judgment. So the young people on TV and radio, every opportunity. Now, judge case, Chairman Wuntumi was given the right to hire lawyers. He was given the right to get his facts. He was also given the right to bring in his witnesses. In fact, or the enough witnesses by Bekan Asemano. The Attorney General had every right to also interrogate the witnesses. Attorney General had every right to also put his evidence across. So they have all made their case. And I will advise the young people around, Ghana for more Ghana, Nemo Muni Ghana. Let us allow the judge to bring his judgment. After the judgment, we can speak on it. I believe that Chairman Wuntumi as a Ghanaian, he was given every support by the state to speak because you see, Obia and Chairman Wuntumi, the Kasabua shed in Niyim, and Chairman Wuntumi from nowhere. We jina baby da anka say abino sebio eman kwan eman nkyere na adwene eman witnesses in kasa. There was never a day a Chairman Wuntumi lawyer can say the witness we buy and a court na mpene. And the Attorney General, so there was never a day or the document Chairman Wuntumi lawyers go through almost a document with you or find the baller. So you can see say case occurs smoothly. Now let us allow the judge to write his judgment. Uwa bibia can let it stay in your head. Memeti mint na and judges our case because the course of court in Anamini judge in a school, judge in a nim. And some the no cre and the no cre. When they were cross-examining Chairman Wuntumi and then the witnesses, na me no wuni judge in the nyabutre etie extra everything. It is up to the judge to write his final judgment to prove to Ghana for say asamno Wuntumi di for ana on di for no. It lies with the judge. So I wouldn't advise anybody. Our platform to send me and answer what radio so TV so wherever. To sit and say, a case, this is, I believe, no, don't do that. Wrong. Court to crab it macho. It is very dangerous. Court to crab it macho. Let us allow the judge to do his job. Ordinary edit to me, I shall insert. Ordinary at the court. Ordinary TR 7 from day one, Abyssin. Let us allow this judge to write his judgment. Or Charlie judgment to be near reservation be about a judgment. You'll be a best about the judgment. That one we have the right to do it. But for now, I'm not going to sit here, use my platform to go and judge the case or prejudge the case. Abra judge the crunch away and end a judge na ekonya way and end a judge na ekonya butre akotro the judgment. Oba ye be read judgment ni nyina. Ye be church the judgment ni nyina mu. So I will also plead with Ghanaians. Yes, Ramo. Me also mesra me ho. We should all stay away from trying to judge the case. Abra, there's a judge who is writing the judgment. We beg you. Because your person on my way, ye nyina tia say emra and ye de chichire man no. Chema wuntimi obian jail no. Chema wuntimi obian case the so beko jail. Chema wuntimi aka the case or court. Attorney General making the case. Chema wuntimi making the case. Ye njama judge and trying the judgment. And menya sure say Chema wuntimi has raised any issues on person judgment in bebaso. Inti, let us not try to interfere. Let us not try to prejudge. Ocho bibi or Facebook, be careful. Ocho bibi or Twitter, or X, be careful. Or make a comment to be or TV so radio so about this case. Yeah, true judgment, be careful because assembly obetuma the jail. One shall more mokasa be jail judge whoever is going to whatever is going to come out. Intimacy. Momi enjoy case na judge no entro the judgment. Obe readia. Then we can take it from there. All right. Madam, you're suma for. You're suma for. You're suma me, and you're be chechim. All right. Okay, there's also another case. Oh, goodness. Give me.
I can see a MPP Jandam 11 and an official NDC Jandam Killers 11 and that woman de Baba with Dariania and yet as some Kitra cry over had be saying that Enchebian referee Baba Bay now fay ya dia good yearing in Assasso I had the JT who players a hoodwa when we age them at Yama MPP Jandam 11 one. Now is Otis a Manfonia Bria Papa Pasa Jandam no one betina ya Anya Sabito referee and Temuno. The thing at the Musa Dam Quad and Ocean fans are watching. Our park is what we say. The beer who at Yamano Musa Dam Quad where a FIFA referee A. Ah, Chesawetia can see who drop Papa Yabekaya 2024. I can see a course of Sonkono, a ya Musa Dam Quad 8 ATV. Amanekoye referee at the Musa Dam Quad. Wabona Bero, a branch at the Mustafa Hamid. Wadono, not Osia Kai Adema Kane. Ama pedi ekufuado na memono na osia kadema wanono apasiba no adiama brandia idi ade miracles abwaje odi tantan we tanto ya jandambi awa kwake de susa na so antinya nkosia ga brandia de ade sabi de vi baba ba tipo na dia fridi sabi de fi tira se usenya ugusu a wo tutu bono jandamu ko a ye kire wo sene abobo ni ye wode boda to fom boko wa pasiba de ama ato forcing na de bono ko wode bona bana chika krabi wode baba do Malik Basintali wode Malik Basintali but possible them a branch and the Kevin Taylor were defended the my oh my a branch and the Kevin Taylor defending Kasankasa. Washana Sanya MPP Jandam for no one cross Bonisimu and Napangai. If Boma what Niti Napangai where you flew a branch of Kevin Taylor, Bobonas with the Tabby Center Circle, one at one I'll run the other conference Abuja, one of your Jipano at Prakanam Panoso. Govins Agbeja, Nanka Branchani di Adi, a Branchani di Asensu Wachi, and a Babeji, Asensu Govins. Bona Woody and Nam Kubasu Quantum Ponusutai, Memphis for home, Memphis for home. Govins said I be made about for home. Govins Agbeja, Wati Praka, Wabobanetima, Wanakodia Brancha, the dear Basintali, Waboba Bonasim, a Koduai, Basintali, the Atufombo, Wachuba Patunianu, a Branchani di Adi. Wound to me bet me a denim. But you want an answer that went to me and control what I make as a bonnet true. FIFA Law 15. Bonnet try a baby Trudia MPP Jandam 11.
Guys, we have to end the show. We will be back tomorrow to continue. We have to take care of something very quickly. So I'll see you tomorrow. We will continue the show tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. I'm very sorry this show had to we have to end the show right now. Something came up. We have to take care of it. Have a wonderful night. Be good. I will talk to you tomorrow.
Jesus will